Well, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us at home. My name is Eric Ledesma, and I am the manager of community engagement at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. And we are joined with some of our lovely friends. Would you all please introduce yourselves?
Go ahead, Lisa.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Melody Curtis. I'm the Deputy Director and Organizer at Metcalf Park Community Bridges. Metcalf Park is on the north side of Milwaukee with the boundaries of 27 to 38 from Center to North Avenue.
And I am Danielle Cross, Executive Director of Metcalf Park Community Bridges.
And I'm Leah Harris. I'm the Director of Community Engagement at Milwaukee Rep.
Great. Thank you all for joining us. So we wanted to shine a spotlight on the work that Community Bridges is doing in the north side of Milwaukee. So could you all lead us through the work that you do on a regular basis, sort of pre the state of being in the country?
And
Well,
Melody, I think your mic is on mute.
Oh yeah, but they're sitting across from each other, Leah. So her
Oh, okay,
audio
great.
can be like you can hear it all.
Got it. Okay, got it. Cool.
yes, I can give you a little background about Metcalf Park Community Bridges. We serve as the neighborhood association for Metcalf Park. We created this association, a group of which included myself and two other residents, in order to continue the work we had started um, in 2011 of redeveloping our community. Metcalf Park Community Bridges, we believe, serves as the authentic voice of the community. I myself lived in Metcalf Park, raised my children in Metcalf Park. The members of our team are residents of Metcalf Park. Members of our board are members of Metcalf Park, because we really believe that residents know what it takes most of the time before anybody else to redevelop and revive their community. The work that we do includes, we work in a multitude of areas, and those areas have all been chosen by the Metcalf Park community. Those areas include safety, civic engagement, health, intergenerational wealth, and cultural connectedness and vibrancy. I think that's about all
Great.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Thanks. So how has like the work that you all mentioned right there, right? Like safety and cultural vibrance, sort of shifted in the recent world that we're living in COVID-19. Has it pivoted? Because it seems like y'all are such a face-to-face organization, boots on the ground. How has that work shifted into the time, into now?
Well, you're right, Eric. We are a face-to-face organization. We really believe that it takes listening to the community. And before this, all of our work was done face-to-face, door to door, one door at a time, conversation, not just leaving flyers. Um, and so when this happened, I think that we all really understood it when the school shut down. And I would say for me personally, it was a shock to my system. The first thing I thought was, how do we continue to do our work? And it was both professional and personal. Personal because Metcalf Park people are my family. They are my family. And so I'm with them daily, through everything. Like I said, both personally and professionally. And so it was a shock to me, because that's how I keep going. That's how I keep being inspired, keep the energy to want to do this work, even when it gets hard, is through those relationships and those connections. We, when we realized that we were no longer going to be able to have those type of connections, well, I would just say that I didn't have any ideas. I had no inspiration on how to keep things going. And that's when Melody started coming up with all these great ideas. Thank God for younger people than I, knowing how to navigate some of these alternative platforms for relationship building and conversation. But I'm gonna turn it over to her, because even though I'm here, I
Mhm.
still don't understand all of it. I'm trying to get up to speed, but she could tell you better than I about the way we've shifted.
So first off, I am not a tech pro. Okay, that is a lie. I have been winging it and just trying to do some stuff. A lot of folks have just went completely digital, and I know that in a time of crisis like this, connectedness is so vital. So when we released that mutual aid survey, um, it was to capture what's really going on the ground, and then how can we fill the gap. So one of the things was that our folks was not digitally engaged before this, and they're not digitally engaged now, right? So when we saw that, the best way to reach them is still through text, still through phone, and anything regarding social media was under 10% from that survey. So this gave me the idea of like, how do we build digital capacity within our organization and within the community? So when we took out the first round of resources, because folks said they needed tissue, they needed food, and we could only get our hands on apples and tissue, and then we created a resource guide based off that mutual aid survey. So folks said that they needed to know more information about COVID-19, right? So all of the digital information that was going around, it wasn't meeting or reaching our people. So we put that in there, different resources for these parents that are now teachers to be able to access these different resources to teach kids that are at home now. A lot of changes happened with the food banks in the neighborhood, and community members was going to food banks and they were closed because they either were closed or they weren't functioning how they were functioning before this. I mean, the food pantry that's in the neighborhood went down to 3 hours, and it can't really serve that many people if we're practicing social distancing. So we compile all of this information. We check the information. So we didn't just put something there that we knew people was gonna call, and then it wasn't beneficial to them. So we compiled this. So we put that in bags, and we took that to the door. And now for the community to know that we're still here. We're not just packing up and leaving. Um, and we're going to connect with you through digital, and we're going to connect with you through at your door, even if we have to leave it at the door, knock, and then step all the way down and go to the next house. And then we also put in there links around our Facebook, our website, and letting them know that we're going to be on there more, because before this we wasn't on Facebook like that. We have a Facebook page, we have a website page. Our website still needs some updates because it's some old information on there. So this is literally, you know, everything we do, we're not moving ahead of the community, we're moving with the community because we are the community. So that's been our approach to this. And then based on all of that information from the mutual aid survey, we started asking for donations for those items, right? And our community knows if we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it by any means necessary, right? So, they were comfortable giving us this information because they know we're going to follow up. Even if it's not tomorrow, if it's every 2 weeks, they know that we're going to be there because that's how we have been operating before this has happened. Um, Another thing that I want to point out as far as digital, we've been doing different forums, online forums, and different things like that. And now that folks are on the Facebook, I could just send them a link through text, and then they'll get on there and then they'll participate, and then they'll, like we did one yesterday around, voting and what's going on and how to keep yourself protected if you do decide to vote. And if you don't, we understand because you're at risk. We put census information in there and what the census actually affects. We put voting information there as much as we could, but there's so many changes, but we still put that in there. We put I love my people card in there, right? So when we did the big drop on Friday, April 3rd, we put a card in there with our information on there and saying, we love y'all and we still here. And with any questions, people can call me Dave.
Great.
And
Thank you, Melody. So one of the ways in which we have connected, with y'all is because we have access to your phone numbers, we have access to your contact information, right? And the work that you're doing in the north side of Milwaukee, myself with a group of other young Latinx people are doing in the south side. Called Ayuda Mutua, which was born out of the necessity of translating English documents into Spanish for our Spanish speaking population in Milwaukee. And then that sort of grew, just like yours, into a bigger project, which has now has different arms to it. One of them being a food pantry like yourself, another one being a fund for families without documents. But again, we have access to you. How can people get engaged with Metcalf Park? Where can they access you if they want to make a donation? What phone numbers? What's the best way to reach you? Because right now it seems like a lot of people do want to give a little bit of what they have, and that's the whole point of mutual aid, right? Is collectively we have a lot more than independently. So can you give us some of those resources or numbers?
So let me answer that, Eric. Well, we have always used our personal cell phone number. Always.
Great.
My cell phone number is on the sign outside of our building. We've never, because the whole goal is to be in the community, right? And to be accessible. So we've always used our personal cell phone number.
We do have an office phone.
We have an office phone, but I don't even answer it because it's most of the time it's somebody trying to sell us something because everybody has our cell phone number. My cell phone number is 414-238-5676. And Melody's cell phone number is?
My cell phone number is 414-488-5582. If you call Danelle and her phone is dead, even
Like
though
it
she's
is,
sitting
like
next
it
to
is
the
right,
charger,
right. It is right now.
called me, my phone is usually always dead, but I've been keeping it charged. Folks can email us. We actually created a Be the Bridge community care initiative, and we added that to our website. So that's like one of the only updates on there. So if folks go to our website, they can go to metcalfparkbridges.org/resources. If folks live in the community, they can go in there and sign up and say what it exactly is that they need. And then folks can see the items that we need donated, or they can donate monetary, make monetary donations on that site as well.
And I would say that it's been really awesome, the pouring out from people. People have been giving. So we have been able to start to really set up this response. And I like what you said, Eric, about how things changed when you saw a need. And I believe that that's because if you talk to people, if you really talk to people and understand what the needs are, you should shift with that need. And so that's what's happening now for us, shifting with the need. They can reach us by the website. I can't even.
Facebook is good, so people can send us messages on Facebook at Metcalf Park Community Bridges. We do have Instagram.
Yes.
Metcalf Park 2020.
It's Metcalf Park 2020.
You can slide into those DMs.
Yeah, they can slide in. Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what a DM is. Okay. I'm so old, I don't know if y'all cussing or not. Okay.
Also, we are partnering with one of our great partners that works at Medical College of Wisconsin, who is a public health professional who is taking calls, texts, or he created a spreadsheet. If folks have questions regarding COVID-19 right now or the future of it, you know, they can ask questions Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 through text or email, or they can send the questions in a Google Doc, and all that information is in our resource guide that's on our Facebook and it's on our website.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate all the work you're doing. We see you, and thank you for making our communities better.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank y'all.
All right.